Son, you need to get a safe job with a big, successful company. Sure, Dad, like Microsoft? Oh, or Intel? Or Siemens? Ooh, maybe stay away from tech, what with all the AI. How about a car company? Everybody needs cars. Oh, like Nissan. Fine, son, you win. Go work in the park like you wanted. So where is it safe to work? Nowhere.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to take a look at mass layoff. Let's get into it.
We're about to go through one of the worst recessions in US history. Here is 3 things you can do to prepare for that. Now, before I give you these 3 things, understand this recession could possibly be worse than the Great Depression. In my previous video, I showed you why and how this is going to happen. So, number 1, you want to have 3 to 6 months of money saved up for your normal monthly bills. Very important, especially with the job losses we're likely to see here pretty soon.
Yeah, he's not wrong. I mean, firstly, the emergency fund is very important, whether you are in a recession or not. And, that is a very safety net. And if something hit the fan, you definitely have something to fall back on for the next maybe 3 to 6 months.
Number 2, cut your expenses. I understand with inflation, this can sound difficult, but most of us can find areas that we can cut. Number 3, get a side gig or side hustle. Also, could just add extra hours at work. In this day and age, with the very phone you're holding, many of us can make money on top of our job with easy side gigs you can pick up right online. Do what you can to add as much funds as you possibly can. Cut your expenses as much as you can, and make sure you have 3 to 6 months of savings saved up in case job loss happens to come your way. This recession is going to be nothing to play with. It can bring opportunity for some if you are prepared for it.
And the second thing is probably the most boring things for most people. That is, cutting expenses. And this is where most people fail. I know it's not fun to skip, the morning coffee runs, but when the economy get rough, every dollar counts. And yeah, side hustle is absolutely, having another stream of income isn't just smart, but also almost required nowadays. And you can't just rely on one paycheck to cover everything anymore, because you never know what happened, because you can just lose your job tomorrow. And it is very important to at least have an extra couple $100 per month just to fall back on.
A lot of you are overestimating how safe your job is. If the last few years should have taught us anything, it's this: there is no such thing as a stable job. Anytime I've done these videos in the past, people would jump in and say, that's not true. What about government jobs? Well, look where we are now. If we have learned anything over the past few years, it's this: I don't care if you've been at a company for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, even 30 years. You are still at risk of getting that email where they let you know that you are getting laid off.
Yeah, I agree with what he say here. There's definitely no such thing as secure or stable job nowadays. Company can downsize, restructure, or outsource at any time. And you can't just rely on a paycheck being there forever. It doesn't matter if you've been with the company for 10 years, 15 years, or even 20 years. I've seen a lot of people who have 20 years with the company and still get laid off. And it just sucks. People like us, we doesn't really have much say, and we have to look out for ourselves.
Companies have one goal right now, and it's simple: get as much done as they can with the least amount of people. This means that if somebody goes to your CFO or one of the other executives and says, hey, I got a piece of technology that can literally replace people at your company for a fraction of the cost, the executive and the CFO is going to go, sign me up. That is the goal right now: cut costs at all costs. And the biggest cost for most companies isn't technology, it's actually people. If you're watching this video right now and thinking, well, that's not me, I'm comfortable, don't get too comfortable, because trust me, you never know when you're going to get laid off in 2025.
I got laid off from my corporate job yesterday. And I think that this is the reality for a lot of Americans right now, and it needs to be shared because America is not doing well right now. We have a 94% prediction rate that the recession is going to come, but yet our frickin' administration hasn't even made the move to actually say that a recession is coming. And let's actually call it what it is: a depression. People can't afford groceries, they can't afford rent, they can't afford buying houses, they can't afford having babies, they can't afford having the kids in general if they already have them. We are not in a good spot, y'all. I know that I'm just a number in a company, but I thought I was okay. You're going to think that you're okay because you've worked there for so long or you have the right experience. Like, you guys, I have an undergraduate in marketing, a master's in business, 6 years of paid social media experience, both on a strategist and manager level. I have done people management for at least 3 years. I'm a senior level in my career.
Yeah, as you can see, even with 6 years of experience, a master and even a senior level and with a management experience, she still get laid off. And that's insane, right? Honestly, it really showed that nothing about the job security is guaranteed anymore. It's wild how the system works. You can check all the boxes, the skills, education, and the experience, and still get hit by the layoff. So it's not about the performance, sometimes it's just kind of like the business decision or the restructuring or the cost cutting.
And yet, when I was hired to do a senior level role, I was forced into entry level positions. I was doing entry level work as a senior level strategist, all while at the same time being asked to reduce my workload with AI, and our team was having layoffs every 3 months. I should have seen it coming. I really should have. But the thing is that it was not something that I saw coming, because the day before that they laid me off, I was literally talking coverage plans with another employee who was going on leave for months. How am I supposed to sit there and not think that I'm safe in that moment? I just think it's absolutely ridiculous that we live in a world like this where my manager wasn't even the one that fired me, by the way, or laid me off. It was frickin' HR, and they read off a script, but my whole team got laid off. And this is the reality for a lot of Americans right now. My partner is a first responder, so I'm very lucky for the fact that I can be leaning on him for support right now, because luckily his job is secure, thanks to the fact that number one, his job is essential, and number two, he has a union behind him. What I will never understand is why corporate agencies have not unionized. We're not allowed, right? We're not allowed. That's part of it. We'll get fired because at least in this corporate world, they're always going to side on the side of business because that's what's making the government money. This world right now is not supporting people. It is supporting business. You are just a number, unfortunately. So please prepare yourself for shit like this. I wish I would have. I wish I'd been applying to other jobs months ago. I just was so dumb to not realize the signs. I want to talk about it. I think people need to talk about it. I think we need to make this more public. We all saw the jobs report. It was awful. Getting laid off on the day that the jobs report goes out, and it's 22,000 instead of 75,000 new jobs. You know how discouraging that is? If you know of anything in the marketing space, let me know. Use my comments as a way in which to maybe trauma dump. I don't care, vent. I'm here for you guys. I can't believe this. And I'm really sorry if you're going through this too. Here for you.
Story like this is, it's like a reality check for you and me, and it's why so many people are diversifying income and saving aggressively, and even learning new skill outside their main career, because even if you are qualified, the market doesn't owe you stability, and it's tough to watch, but it's also as a reminder, always have a safety net. Never rely entirely on one employer. Okay, I want to read through some of the comments on this video. So one comment say, union worker here, we aren't even safe. Our institution is planning on laying off some position. They just have to give union a certain amount of time to tell the workers. Yeah, that's crazy. If the union workers even worrying about getting laid off, that the job market is terrible right now. So there's another comment that I find interesting. It say, layoff in January of 2023, luckily started work a month later, but then layoff again in May of 2024, and haven't been able to start a new job since it's such a terrible job market right now. I have a bachelor degree in mechanical engineering and 5 years of experience in research and development. Yeah, the reason I find this comment interesting is because, as you can see, even as an engineer, it is very difficult to find a job right now after getting laid off, right? And people like to say engineering job is very safe and stable, but as you can see, in the current job market is definitely not true.
Yesterday, my company had the largest layoffs that they've done in a really long time, and it was actually one of the scariest things I've had to witness in a work setting. I never thought that I would see so many people laid off from their job at once. All morning, I just kept seeing people from my team just gone. And I got phone calls from friends saying that they were gone too. I'm thankful that I still have my job, but
yeah, seeing people on your team getting laid off is definitely scary. It hit different when it's not just a number on the spreadsheet, but these are real people that you work with every single day. And honestly, it's a harsh reminder that no job is truly safe. Even if you are performing well, layoff can definitely happen for a reason that's really out of your control.
still a lot of things for me in this position. I find a lot of fulfillment in it because of the people that I've met, and because I know that my career path can be kind of paved by the mentorship around me, and seeing that mentorship gone is really demotivating. And I feel like right now I should be motivated to work and motivated to do better, because I know that my job is always on the line actually. But in reality, I'm actually really demotivated, and I actually really feel for the people that lost their job. And I kind of just realized, you're just a number to these large corporate companies. No matter how good of a person you are, they don't know you. They literally don't know you. They don't know what you do on a daily basis. It's all about numbers.
This part is very true. Company don't really care about you personally, and you're just a number on the spreadsheet to them. It's the reality for most people that they don't want to face. It's brutal, but it explains why layoff happens so randomly. Loyalty, hard work, or even year of experience, none of this really guarantee you of keeping your job. So you can't really rely on a company to protect you. At the end of the day, you have to protect yourself.
And it's just kind of sad to think about it like that. It seems like inhumane, and I wish things were more moralized, but at the end of the day, it's money, it's revenue, it's numbers on a board. It's not really what comes down to you or your personality or who you are or anything like that. As inhumane as the workforce is, you have to become humane when it comes to finding a job. You have to talk to people, you have to network, you have to be open to advice, you have to do all those things. And if you're not, then it's going to be really hard to find a job. But anyways, I have to work now. Peace and love.
I just got home from being laid off as an HR business partner today. It sucks, and all I said to my director was it caught me off guard, but I'm not surprised. Their initiative to have everyone get together and find a friendly way to cut costs, their inability to promote people and give people raises, cutting budgets in other ways, these are all signs of a layoff. My position was more business partner and strategy, so obviously strategy of moving people forward and growing people means more money. So it makes sense that my position was cut from the rest of the generalist and admin type HR team. So I'm in a state of disassociating right now, and the one thing that I did remember to say is I could request a recommendation on LinkedIn. So yeah, he's excited to give me a recommendation, and that's the first thing I'll be doing is requesting a recommendation on LinkedIn to show that it was nothing to do with my performance. It was truly a restructure of the company. But I'm in good hands because I know what I'm doing, and a lot of people don't. So hang in there if you're laid off or also looking for a job right now.
Yeah, this is crazy. As you can see, layoff can definitely affect anybody, no matter what position you are in the company. Typically when I see it, HR are people who typically laying off other people. Apparently in this situation, she is getting laid off as an HR. And it just shows that, no job is safe nowadays. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys are going through layoff right now, I really wish you guys the best. Hopefully you could, find a job very, very soon. And yeah, don't give up.